Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, man, I have to say this. I have to say this for the last and final time. The reports that's swirling around about Jalen Hurts and who's going to be the Eagles quarterback next season and all this and all of that. Listen, it's all fine and dandy. It's all fine and dandy. But now it's getting to the point to where PFF and all of these publications with a lot of notoriety are spinning a false narrative, and the Philadelphia fan base once again is falling for the trick bag. You know what I mean? We got to be smarter than this. We got to understand the basics of our roster. We are not a quarterback away. We are not a quarterback away. That's the bottom line. Do not be fooled by what you saw out of the last two Super Bowl champions. Don't be fooled by what you saw out of the Rams. Don't be fooled by what you saw out of Tom Brady. Yes, two quarterbacks moved to two different situations and immediately won the Super Bowl. That will not happen in Philadelphia. The chances are very, very, very slim. I get it. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. But that happening with our roster ain't possible. That's one of the things that ain't possible. Listen, when Tom Brady went over there to Tampa, Tom Brady had Mike Evans, who's never had nothing short of a 1,000-yard season, Godwin, Antonio Brown, Rob Gronkowski, Leonard Fournette, probably the best linebacking duo in the league that year. Very, very serviceable safeties, defensive line with guys like Ndamukong Suh. He had an onslaught of players. Vita Vea, they had keys. They were a quarterback away. When Matthew Stafford went over to the Rams wasn't even a quarterback away. I believe it's about 5 quarterbacks that they could have plugged in that spot and got the same result. Matthew Stafford had Aaron Donald, Von Miller. What's the other dude? And I'm forgetting his name. I'm going to get his name in a minute. I'm going to post it in here. We don't even have a dude of this caliber. I think he had 9 sacks on the defensive line. Jalen Ramsey. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on and on. Cam Akers, who super healed and came back. You know what I'm saying? A very, very stout tight end in Higbee who got hurt. Then they went and got Odell Beckham. Cooper Kupp. They had the league MVP. The Rams won the Super Bowl, honestly, in spite of Matthew Stafford. He had 3 picks in the Super Bowl. Or something like that. They won despite the meltdowns that he was on the verge of having. He was a dropped interception away from not even being in that game. The Philadelphia Eagles are not a quarterback away. There's not a quarterback on the face of the planet that can get this Eagles team to the Super Bowl. It's not. If you just don't change nothing about this roster and you go get you a quarterback right now, you will not be in the Super Bowl. You know who a quarterback away? The Dallas Cowboys are a quarterback away. If they had a better quarterback, they probably would have been in the Super Bowl. That's not a shot to Dak, but those are the facts of the matter. That's the nature of the beast. The nature of the beast. I don't think Matthew Stafford could have took Dallas to the Super Bowl. I don't. Dallas is a high-level quarterback away from getting the job done. There's no hate to nobody, but the Eagles, we have an aging defensive line. One of the best players on our defensive line is coming back from a lower extremity injury that required season-ending surgery. We have one serviceable wide receiver. We have one serviceable tight end. If he goes down, tight end is shot. You got one cornerback, granted. You have nobody else. You have no safeties. You have no linebacking core at all. You can't even become a competent punt return team. You're not a quarterback away. Russell Wilson had worse seasons with worse rosters. What makes you think he's going to turn it around here? Deshaun Watson had worse seasons with worse rosters. What makes you think he's going to turn it around here? We're talking about Deshaun Watson and Russell Wilson for what? Like they don't have trade clause. They have no trade clause. They have clauses in their contract that prevent them from being dealt to teams like the Philadelphia Eagles who are not ready to win a championship. They got a clause in their contract that protected them from coming to teams like us, but we still putting up these names with them in Eagles jerseys. Like, when are we going to learn? We are not a quarterback away, ladies and gentlemen. We are not. The proper move would be to build this team up. I've said it many times. Build this team up. Get you some guys that can play competent football at a very high level and become a quarterback away. Become a quarterback away, because it's always a quarterback looking for a new situation. Become a quarterback away. The Dallas Cowboys and the Cardinals are quarterbacks away. They're a quarterback away. Maybe the Vikings are a quarterback away. But the Philadelphia Eagles are not a quarterback away. Our roster is really, really not as good as a lot of people think it is. It's not that great. It's not that great. Now, I don't want Jimmy G to be here. But if you want to change that quarterback so bad, why wouldn't you get a guy who's proven that he could win like that and still keep your picks? But that's another conversation for another day, man. If you go get Russell Wilson, if you go get Deshaun Watson, it soaks up that capital. It soaks up the money to bring pieces on board, because those guys are paid to elevate rosters. I think when you're getting so much money like a Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson, you shouldn't even be allowed to have a no-trade clause, because you're the man. You're paid to turn this thing around here. You're paid to turn it around. You get paid to elevate the roster, right? So guys getting that much money and still also being able to control where they play at is a joke to me. But like I said, that's a conversation for another day. The main focus is the Philadelphia Eagles and understanding what it takes to be a quarterback away. We got an offensive line check. We can run the ball. I'm not going to say we got running backs. We can run the ball. We can run the ball. Our offensive line can run block. I'm going to leave it at that. Miles Sanders didn't even have a rushing touchdown. The leading rusher on the team was Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts had the most rushing touchdowns. Where's the running back at? Where's the running back that people fear on the roster? You don't have one of those. If you double Smitty, what the hell is Rager going to do? Nothing. Quad's still developing. If you get into a shootout, can you even get the other team off the field yet? No, you can't. You can't. Everybody worrying about the quarterback position, but they're not worrying about the deficiencies on the defensive side of the ball. They're not worrying about the mental lapses that our coaches had this season. All they're worrying about is the shiny new toys on the free agency list, and that don't win championships, because Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson have played with better rosters, and they have fallen short. Fallen short. Deshaun Watson was just 4-12, yo, his last season. 4-12. Oh, but he led the league in passing yards. Come on, man. We're not a quarterback away. Cut the boo-boo out.